Innocent 2025 Malayalam movie review. A good idea that falls short. The Malayalam film Innocent 2025, directed by Satish Tanvi and starring Althaf Salim and Anarkali Marakar, opens with a premise full of promise. A humble town planning clerk's life spirals into chaos when a viral video misrepresents him in a public restroom, thrusting him into the merciless glare of social media and forcing him to fight for his dignity. Vinod Althaf Salim is a disciplined government employee with obsessive-compulsive tendencies, preparing for his engagement to Regitha Anna Prasad. A dinner with colleagues turns disastrous when Vinod falls ill and seeks relief in a dilapidated KSRTC women's restroom at a bus station. A freak mishap leads to his trousers being lost and a mobile video capturing the moment goes viral, labeling him as a man who exposed himself in a women's restroom. The incident becomes a catalyst for his interaction with a dysfunctional system, from the bus station staff and public to law enforcement and bureaucrats. The film intends to be a satire of modern-day virality, bureaucratic apathy and male vulnerability in an era of instant shame. The first half sets this up fairly well. We are introduced to Vinod's quirks, the humiliating viral spread of the incident and his resulting fight to reclaim his reputation. Some moments of humor emerge from his panic and the embarrassments he endures. Althaf Salim brings a sincere, likable presence to the role, managing to keep us invested despite the absurd situations. Critics agree the idea is interesting. However, much of the film's potential is lost in the execution. The writing, handled by Shihab Karunagopali, Sarjeeva Jayan and Satish Tanvi, is criticized for being inconsistent and unfocused. What begins as mild comedy metamorphoses into a messy mix of satire, slapstick and melodrama without finding a solid tone. According to one review, the writing is the weakest link. Many situations feel real, but the twists are predictable and fixes too easy. The comic moments, too, are few and far between. The film tries to deliver laughs through Vinod's misadventures, influencer cameos and social media commentary, but the effect is sporadic. Some viewers found the humor too juvenile or the scenarios too contrived. For example, one review states, "A lot of witty moments, but there were portions where this comedy was becoming a burden." Performance-wise, Althaf Salim holds his own with a grounded portrayal of a man whose world tilts badly. Joman Jyotir, as Vinod's friend, provides a lighter touch at times and attempts to rescue lagging scenes. Anarkali Marakar has a limited role and lacks sufficient character depth, leaving her impact muted. The supporting cast is their bit, but many characters feel underdeveloped or simply exist to further the contrived plot. Technically, the film is decent. The cinematography by Nikhil S. Praveen delivers clean visuals, the music by Jay Stellar adds pleasant texture, and the film maintains a family-friendly tone throughout. But none of these elements elevate the film beyond its middling narrative. One of the biggest issues is tone and pacing. The narrative shifts erratically. Half the time a slapstick comedy of errors, half the time a social commentary about dignity and bureaucracy. This unevenness hampers audience engagement. The middle act drags, and by the time the climax arrives, the emotional stakes feel diminished rather than amplified. The themes of online shame and systemic neglect are promising but never fully sharpened. In conclusion, Innocent is a film with a timely subject and one or two moments of genuine amusement, but ultimately it fails to deliver consistent entertainment or emotional impact. Its intention to tackle virality, shame culture and institutional apathy is commendable, yet the screenplay's lack of structure and tonal indecision hold it back. For audiences looking for light family-friendly Malayalam cinema with a contemporary twist, it may offer a passable watch. For those seeking sharp satire or lasting laughs, it likely disappoints. My verdict: 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you go into it expecting a mildly amusing outing rather than a sharply executed comedy satire, Innocent may pass the time.
Hope you like the video. See you with another interesting video. Bye then, signing off from Black and Blank.